thinks that I'm mom and dad. But we're trying to convince her that, well, we're trying to convince her that she's an owl. Start talking like an owl. Sometimes this works. We're going to try it and see if we can get her through for you. Woo! Woo!
We're not going to play catch the church anymore today.
This is one of the world's largest flying birds. It's also an endangered species. Endangered species means there aren't very many of them. It means that perhaps they could go extinct forever. At least we think it is. I hear they're trying to bring back a woolly mammoth now, but for the most part, I'd like to hope that we become better stewards of this endangered species. There's about 2,000 to 3,000 of these birds in the wild and in captivity. They're doing much better than their cousin in this country, the California condor. But they were instrumental in helping to save the California condor by learning how to get Andean condors to breed in captivity and nest in captivity. They were able to take a chance and try to save the highly endangered California condor. In 1973, I was fortunate enough to find one of the last known California condor nests. At that time, there were 33 birds in existence. Whether one of our stories, is this a bird we're saving? Come on out, Storm. This is Storm. Storm is going on 10 years now. She's been with us since she was about 6 months of age. She was part of the California Condor Research Program that was going on in St. Louis with the World Bird of Prey Center. She was captive bred, and she had trouble hatching. They knew that if she didn't hatch pretty soon, that she would soon pass away. So the biologists there, they decided to do something, and that was to remove her from her egg. So they took her from the nest, they placed her on the table, they took the forceps, gently pulled away the eggshell. She initially hatched, but she was still very weak. She's not weak now. She was still very weak, and they had to hand feed her. They hand fed her for a couple of weeks, and after 2 to 3 weeks later, she became imprinted to people. Does everybody look cool there? Did you see those wings? I'm going to pick her up here in just a minute so we can all get a really good look at her. Where's the little slippery? Where's the little slippery? Her wingspan is almost 10 feet, probably about 9.5 feet. She's the exact same size as the California condor. The male and female are both like. They're both, not really. I mean, when you look at them in the sky, you see them flying overhead. They're both unique and they're both stunning in their own ways. Oh, you saw 17? You think Storm will? I'm sure Storm will. Here's coming. Okay. We're going to see if we can pick you up. It's not fur, those are feathers. But they look like fur, and you're absolutely right. And they don't get those feathers until they are mature. So she, for the first 7 years, she didn't have the white color. I'm going to pick her up. So you in the background there, you all see her. I can only do this a minute. There she weighs 20 pounds. Very heavy. In captivity, they can only live up to 70 years. Yeah. There we go. And this is Storm. So she's our Andean condor. Okay, Storm. Slip her in there. There we go. Okay, we know what's going on. This is Renegade. Renegade is not a pure peregrine falcon. He is a hybrid peregrine falcon. When peregrine falcons were first being bred in captivity, oftentimes they would use artificial insemination to be able to get the birds to be able to produce eggs. They might have an imprint female that would lay all kinds of eggs, but didn't like other falcons, kind of like squadron, doesn't like other condors. But she was very receptive to having fertile eggs, so that's exactly what happened. They had male peregrine falcons. They were able to put that in with the females through artificial insemination. Consequently, they were able to double the number of birds produced. But occasionally, they wouldn't have a peregrine falcon to be able to use as a donor. So somebody said, well, let's see what happens with a gerfalcon. Because the peregrine falcon is gone from the East Coast. You heard about the comeback of the peregrine falcon in New York? That is not a pure peregrine falcon. It's a hybrid peregrine falcon. Unfortunately, made up of primarily peregrine falcons from around the world. There might have been some falcons from the Mediterranean area that were used. There might have been some other falcons that were used just to get their numbers up because they were gone on the East Coast. But today we have falcons that are practically all over the place. In fact, I believe the life building up in this area was one of the first places where the peregrine falcons to the Life building is very famous for. And a few years back, we were flying outdoors in Atlanta, Georgia at the Renaissance Festival down there. It was late in the spring. Love was in the air. And we let him go, and he went over 1,000 feet up and disappeared. We found him 12 days later in Louisville, Kentucky. He had gone over the Appalachians and was heading north. But he got tired of being in the wild. He flew down to a horse farm, landed on the fence. The lady at the horse farm had enough sense to call the local rehabilitation center for birds. So she's sitting there with a blanket with a falcon looking at her. So then she walked over to the demo, just like the demo here. Oh, jumped right in. Fortunately, we have a band that is registered with the Fish and Wildlife Service, and it was another 8 hours, and I had the bird back on the glove and driving from California. But as the falcon flies, look at its wings. They're long, narrow, pointed wings. That enables them to reach great speeds in a relatively short time. Okay, Renegade, let's go.